What is up? Today we're going to talk about question 21, merge sort to sorted list on LeetCode. So to solve merge to sorted list, basically we first need to know what a linked list is because they're going to give us two lists, right? So a linked list is a combination of nodes. What is a node? You can think of a node as a square box connecting to another square. So let's just say we have a square box, and inside that square box we have value 1, and it's going to connect to another square box. In another square box we have value 2, and this is going to connect to another square box. Another square box, we're going to have value 3, right? And this is going to keep on repeating. And that's what I'm trying to say. And this list is actually called a linked list because these nodes are basically linked into each other. And that's why it's called a linked list. And yeah, so let's get right into the question. So the question asked, we are going to give in list 1 and list 2, merge the two lists in one sorted list, basically. And our constraints is that these two, you can read these two, but the most important one is we can realize that both list 1 and list 2 are in non-decreasing order. What does non-decreasing order mean? Basically, it just means increasing. Non-decreasing just means increasing, basically. So what we are going to do is we're going to have our two nodes. Let's just say this is our first list. This is going to be our second list. Let's just read all of this real quick. And yeah, so we're going to try to combine these two. And when combining, we're going to compare the first two vowels because these vowels, I'm going to circle it in blue. These two vowels are currently going to be the smallest vowels in our list nodes. So 1 versus 1, what's smaller? Obviously, they have the same vowel. When we have the same vowel, we're going to just put what's in list 1 in our new list. So we're going to put list 1 here. 1, next vowel, 1. 1, so we cross run. We're going to compare 1 and 2. What's smaller? We're going to cross out 1. And after that, we're going to compare. What do you think we're going to compare? We are going to compare 2 and 3. So what's smaller between 2 and 3? Between 2 and 3, 2 is obviously smaller than compared to 3. So we're going to put 2 here. Then we're going to compare 3 and 4. So what's smaller? 3 is obviously smaller. I'm going to put here. And 4 and 4, same vowel. Again, we're going to cross out 4. And we have one vowel left, which we're going to put here. So our linked list, our new linked list, is going to be looking something like this: 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So basically, again, what you actually need to do is just, if you have a two linked list, basically, you're going to compare each vowel and put the smallest vowel up front. And that's all you need to do. Let's just give another example. Let's just say you have values. Hypothetically, let's just say we have values 5, 8, 9. And this is going to be our list 1. It's going to be a list 2. List 2, we're going to have 6. Let's use another color. Let's just use green. 6, 7, 10. So what are we going to compare? We're going to compare 5 and 6 first. So what's smaller? 5 is obviously smaller. Cross that out. We're going to put 5 here. Next, we're going to compare 6 and 8. What's smaller? 6. After that, we're going to compare 8 and 7. What's smaller? 7 is smaller. We're going to put 7 here. So 8 and 10. What's smaller? We're going to cross out 8. And lastly, not least, we're going to compare 9 and 10. What's smaller? 9. And we have one value left, which is going to be 10. So we're going to cross that out. So our list is going to look like something like this: 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's get straight into code now. And we are back with our code. We're going to code this in Java. Let's just say we're going to create our list node answer, which is obviously going to be our answer, new list node. But we're going to create a dummy node because we don't want to create, because if we create our node in a while loop, we're not going to be able to connect it. So I'm going to show you guys that later, but for now, let's just say we're going to create a list node answer, a new list node. Yeah. And we're going to have list node A1, which is going to be equal to answer. And this is because we're going to keep on moving answer, and we're going to return A1.next, because the answer is going to be a dummy node. Okay. So as I said before, no, I didn't think I stated this before, but this whole system where we have values like 1, 2, 3, and this side, let's just say we have 4 and 5. Comparing these two values, like the smallest values, this is very similar to a merge sort, where we merge the two left side of the array and right side of the array together. So yeah, if you guys have that in mind, it will be much easier. So obviously, we're going to do list node does not equal null, because every list node linked list ends with a null. So 1, 2, 3, and this actually ends with a this ends with a null here. Keep that in mind, because that's actually helpful information. And list 2 does not equal null. We are going to compare the two values. Basically, that's what we're going to do. So when we compare these two values, so we're going to compare if list1.val is smaller or equal to list2.val, we are going to create answer.next equals new list node, and we're going to put list1.val here. And after that, we'll obviously have to put answer equals answer.next, and our list1 equals list1.next. Yeah, and guys, while I coded this, I forgot, but for coding interviews, it's always good practice to like put put space between your if and while loops. And the reason why we did answer equals answer.next and list1 equals list1.next is because let's just say currently, let's just bring this example here. I really like this example. So when we compare these two values right here, 1 and 1, it's obviously list1.val is going to be equal to our, this is our first list, it's our second list, to our second list.val. So answer.next is going to be our new list though, is list1.val, which is going to be this square box, okay? And answer equals answer.next. So we're going, so answer currently, answer equals answer.next, and list1 dot equals list1.next. So this part, so for this part, list1 currently looks at this part. It doesn't look at the whole linked list, but it actually looks at the front of the linked list. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically increment or like move our pointer to the next one. So instead of list1 equals list1.next, we're going to move this pointer to here, right? And now we're going to compare 2 with 1. And we're going to do the same thing for answer, because answer, we obviously say we now put this value in here, in our answer. But answer is still going to look at here, so we're going to have to move that to here. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. We're going to obviously move 1 to here, basically, which is still null in this case, but we're going to create some new values here. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And else, answer.next equals new list node, list2.val. Answer equals answer.next, and list2 equals list2.next, because this is for list2, right? So we're just saying list2, but one of them might run out. So let's just say, even in this example, we can do 1 and 1, one's going to be deleted, 1 and 2, what's going to be deleted, one's going to be deleted. We're going to do the same thing, boop, boop, and boop, but we're going to have 1 values left. And this is, and if you look at the while loop, we're going to break when either each reaches the null. So right now we have list1 reaching our null. So we're going to break out of this loop completely, right? So, and after that, we're just going to fill out our leftover vals, which is in this case 4, into our answer, right? So that can happen for list1 and list2. What I'm trying to say is, let's just say we have val 1, 2, 3 in our list1. This is a new hypothetical situation. We have 4, 5, 6. So we're going to 1 versus 4. What's smaller? 1. We're going to cross this out. Now, what color do we want to use? We're going to use, let's just say brown. Okay. We're going to cross 1 out. We're going to cross 2 out because 2 is smaller than 4, and we're going to cross 3 out. The problem is, now the while loop, we're going to break out of this while loop because our list1 now equals to null, right? So what we want to do is fill out the rest of our answer part with the vals that are left, which is for this loop. So either 1 or 2 is always going to reach null, and 1 or 2 are going to have like values that are left over. So for what we're doing now is we're doing this function for the values that are left over. So while list1 does not equal null, I'm going to do the same thing. Answer.next equals new list node, list1.val. Answer equals answer.next, and list1.next. And yeah, and we're going to do the same thing for our list2 as well. while list2 does not equal null. Yeah, so we're going to basically do the same thing. So this is for comparing, and this part is for the leftovers, basically. As I said, 4, 5, 6 is going to be the leftover, and this part is for the leftovers. And yeah, so after we code these two parts out, we are going to return, and also, always guys, I keep forgetting because this is kind of like a habit of mine, but you always want to put spaces between your while loops because these are the industrial standards, and return A1.next because A1, again, our answer kept moving, right? So our answer kept moving from, let's just, oh, this is a good example. So we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 in our 1, 2, 4 example, and our 1, 2, 1, 3, 4 example in list 2. So we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer kept moving as well because we did answer, answer.next, answer, answer.next. So what we want to do is we wanted to copy our answer right here, and then we're going to do answer.next because we want to, because our first answer is going to be a dummy node basically. And the reason why we did answer on, we had a dummy node in the first place, it basically, if you have like answered on, if you declare this in this loop basically, and we didn't have this, let's just say for example, sorry guys, say for that this example just for the sake of it, it's really hard to say answer equals answer.next because it's impossible to connect these because each time we're just gonna create a new node instead of like connecting each to another, right? Because we're declaring answer each time, and that's why we're not having a dummy node basically, but we are having a dummy node, right? Let's just look at our code one more time. Holding list number, so list one, answer list node, answer this one well. It's really good practice to actually like look at your code again before you submit. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we are set here. So let's just try to now run our code. It's probably going to work. Yeah, it's gonna and this is gonna beat 100% probably. Yeah. And yeah, guys, this is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment. Have a great day.